So it's Tottenham, the London team, in London for the UEFA Cup final. I'm sure that gives them no advantage at all. And a website said that he was lost for words, trying to find superlatives to describe his Stirling Zico Tumba. And yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll agree with Mr. A website. Let's actually check in on Tumba, see how well he has been playing really. He is averaging an 8 rating so far this season, 34 games played and 24 goals scored, 5 assists, 7 man of the match awards. Very, very good. Yeah, he's definitely one of our best players so far this season and has been very important for us in league and European games. If we want to stay 4 points clear of Rangers, we have to be defeating Dundee here today in Dundee. I make 0 changes from the AEK game as everyone is just about fit enough for the game today, and I also stick with Ibsen in goal. Fabrini is still coming in for the injured Fraser. Just quickly check the fixture list. Yes, we have a whole 7 days between this game and our next league fixture against Dundee United. Our results against Dundee have been good. We have been victorious in every single league game so far against them, with our biggest win being a 5-1 win. And Tumba's just get injured. I'll put Hasselgaard on for him. Please do not let that be a bad injury. We really need him for the last few games, especially the cup finals. Ah no. Is that Mr. A website's jinxed us? Getting praise and then he gets injured? Is this kind of like the Madden NFL cover? The EA cover thing? And anybody that features on the cover goes down to a horrible injury soon afterwards. And right now it seems to be happening with the UFC video game cover. Ronda Rousey and McGregor featured on the cover, and 2 of them go down to defeats within the past few months. Half time 0-0. We are not playing well at all, haven't had a shot on target, and our main man, our main forward is off. We really need our midfielders, our attacking midfielders to step up. As Hasselgaard doesn't rule in out right forward, and Barbosa steps up with an important goal, 1-0. And we have a second Hasselgaard. Hasselgaard does step up. I was just admonishing his skills as a forward there, but yeah, he showed me. Yeah, I'll take a corner off because the game is done. We'll try and as soon as we can for every game keep our players fit. So our important players will be coming off. And just see this one out, guys. Lovely stuff, 2-0, but how bad is that injury? What are the other results? Rangers and Celtic both win their games, so no movement. We've got 3 games left and I'm 4 points ahead. And Tumba is out for a month. He may miss both cup finals, but he most definitely missed the important league games. Oh no. On to that league game, and it's at home to Dundee United. Of course we make one change, it's Barlow coming in for Tumba, and Fraser's just coming back from injury, so he makes the bench, but Fabrini starts today. I fully expect us to go on and win this game, as Dundee United have never really given us too much trouble in the past. So far this season we have 3 victories over them in the league, and we were already getting victories over them even when we were in like the 2nd division. And by the looks of things that's not going to change. 1-0, is it 1? No, it's not 1 each, the goal is disallowed. So we're already ahead, and we have a second. Fabrini and Millier. What a fast start to this first half. Amazing. And I have just realised something. I should have really noted it earlier, but Celtic and Rangers are playing today. Yes, huge game. But what makes it even bigger is if Rangers lose that game and we go on to win this game, which by the looks of things we're going to, we've just scored our 3rd, which would make it 12 games unbeaten according to the commentary. If Rangers lose that game, that means we're 7 points ahead with 2 games remaining. There's only 6 points available. We can win the league here today against Dundee United, and there's obviously a lot of my fans realise that, as there's almost 7,500 here today. Make some subs, the game is done, so will Fraser, I'm trying to get Fraser's fitness back up in time for maybe a cup final coming up, at least one of the cup finals. So I'm not going to look at the scores. I could click on latest scores right now, but I still kind of expect Rangers to win the game and have it continue on, but there's a good, decent chance that we could win the league here today. I'm waiting for any sort of sign for the full-time whistle, and there's no announcement that we've won the league, so yeah, probably haven't. And we have! Celtic defeat Rangers 2-1, which means we are 7 points ahead of them, with only 6 points up for grabs. At the first time of asking in the SPL, our inaugural season in the SPL, we have won the league. Our board are delighted, and the East Stirlingshire supporters sang Polo Mint Peeper's name as their team clinched the Premier Division title. A supporter spokesperson has stated that the Peeper is the best manager they ever had. There we are, in black and white. And I had no idea we were on a run of 13 games, won in a row in the league there. All we have to do now is see out the other 2 league games, and I really don't care about them. First up is away to Livingston. I field whatever, and we lose 2-1. A late goal by Wilcox means our 13 game unbeaten run ends, and Rangers reduce the gap to 4 points. Before we get to the last league game of the season, Hearts come in for Hislop, who is near the end of his contract anyway, and 95,000 for somebody that probably won't feature at all next season. I accept. You might think this is madness, but he doesn't leave until after the cup games. Really, really bad injury news now. Solly, our central defender, is out for 4 months. He suffered a broken leg in training. What is going on in training? So that means we could miss Tumba for the cup games, but we most definitely will miss Solly. Absolutely gutting. It's our final league game of the season away to Celtic, and what once looked like a very difficult and important game means absolutely nothing. And I field a complete B-side, as we do have that UEFA Cup game coming up, and Celtic go on to win 3-1. Rangers, having won their last 2 games and us having lost our last 2 games, means they finish a point behind us, which is even more delicious for me, to be honest. That looks even better, because it makes it look as if, they were just pipped at the post, whereas, we had that league wrapped up 2 games ago. And Kilmarnock are relegated, not that anyone really cares. Barlow picked up an injury during that game, which means he's out for 10 days and misses the UEFA Cup final, which gives me a wee bit of a headache as Tumba is not fit yet. For winning the Premier League, we are given 600,000, which is just an absolute paltry amount, and that means we finish the league season on just over 9 million, although we do have the UEFA Cup and Scottish Cup to play in, so it should be over 10 million by the end of the season. We confirmed the sale of Hislop to Hearts, 95,000, and that will go through on the 29th of May after the Scottish Cup game. It's time for the big one, the UEFA Cup final, here in Wembley against Tottenham. So, the first 11 today, we have Hislop making a return and goal. I'm kind of thinking go with experience over, inexperience. And I don't know, it could be a mistake. It really could be a mistake. But I feel having the more experienced keeper in for a UEFA Cup final is better than a young, decent goalkeeper. I don't know. I'm thinking about change. No, I'll keep it. So we have a back line of Calogeris, Padelidis, Phillips and Hawkins. A midfield of O'Connor, Kilberg and Millier. Up front we have Barbosa, Fabrini and Fraser. Fraser coming in as, I have a myriad of injuries in the striker centre role it seems. So Fraser comes in today. I'm hoping he can fill the role that Tumba has been doing so well in this UEFA Cup run, although it's a huge ask, especially here in the final against Tottenham. Let's actually check out the Tottenham team. Iverson, Moles, Keane, it's a very good team. Rab Douglas is captaining Tottenham today. And Igor Biscan puts Tottenham ahead. I think not only was the coaching staff gobsmacked to see Rab Douglas, but so was the outfield team. Cannot believe Rab Douglas is in goal for Tottenham. What is going on? Wonder how much they paid for him. Maybe that's where Celtic have went wrong this season. They sold Rab Douglas. And we have an equaliser, Caligaris, in at the back post, heading it home. So we're behind for all of 7 minutes. That is until Moles puts Tottenham ahead 2 minutes later. And just when we've seen the back of Moles at Rangers, he pops up here today. We just cannot seem to get rid of him. He's a pain in the butt. What an attacking side Tottenham have though, with the likes of Moles, Keane and Stefan Iversen, who is quite a player at this time. Keane missing the target is... Keane probably at his peak, maybe most dangerous at this point. He was some player, the future Celtic loanee. It is a banana shot from Fraser. The young man scores today to make it 2 each. What a game this has been. Two very attacking sides just throwing caution to the wind it seems. And it is going to be a case of, who can outscore the other, it seems, because defending doesn't seem to be our strong points at all. Iversen coming close again. Half time. Tottenham definitely had the better of the game. Mark Phillips is on a rating of 5. So I'm thinking Grondin can play in the centre of defence. I'm thinking just get Phillips off. We cannot afford anyone to be having such a poor game. A rating of 5 at half time, which means basically he's mistake for at least one of those goals. So we'll take him off. Better safe than sorry. Sadly, we have our usual central defender, Solly, out. So Phillips came in today and it has not paid off for him or us. Attendance of just under 56,000, so it should be a nice wee payday for us. And if we can edge it here today, we would become the first ever Scottish team to win the UEFA Cup. Amazingly, it kind of feels like Celtic, Rangers or even Aberdeen in the 80s should have won a UEFA Cup at some point, but no. Just about every other European title that existed at one point or another has been won by those three teams. But no, nobody's won the UEFA Cup. Celtic, Rangers in recent years have got to finals, but were defeated. And it looks like we might be going the way of Celtic and Rangers, as Moles gets his second of the game. Right, let's try and make some changes. Shaka Hislop has a rating of 5 as well, but I'm more interested in chasing outfield players now. The Hislop being in goal really hasn't paid off for me, it seems. Although I think it is more so the central defensive Phillips coming in cold today wasn't good either. Come on, just under 10 minutes left. Can we get another equaliser? We have been behind 3 times so far this game. Came back twice. Can we make it a third? Kilberg, Fraser moves in goal. Fraser, and he scores, but it's been disallowed. You have got to be kidding me. And 93rd minute, final whistle is blown. Tottenham have won the UEFA Cup here in Wembley. Quite an even game, but the difference being Michael Moles, it seems, scoring that 2 goals and picking up man of the match. Absolutely gutting. It was a good effort from the lads today, but Tottenham were just too strong. We have the end of season awards, and I have won the Scottish Premier Division Manager of the Year, and the runner-up being the Rangers manager Alex McLeish. Tumba wins the Scottish Player of the Year award, with the runner-up being Luca Toni, and Tumba acknowledges his manager's contribution. Thank you very much. And Pedelides, our young central defender, wins Scottish Young Player of the Year. It's not an entirely clean sweep, however, as Albion Rovers' Alex Martin wins Scottish Top Goal Scorer award, with Kevin Phillips and Sutton coming in second and third. Tumba might have made the top 3 if he just did not get injured quite a bit throughout the season. And the Scottish Premier Division Team of the Year is a bit of a joke, as we have 2 of our players featuring in the first 11 and 2 of our players featuring on the bench. And if anyone's interested, FC Bayern Munich defeat Roma 2-1 in the European Cup final. It has been an amazing season for us, but can we end it on a high with a back-to-back Scottish Cup win and a League and Cup double? I make 2 changes to the team today. Ibsen is back in place of Hislop. Hislop having played his last ever game for us and having it been a very poor game from him. And up front we have Tumba. He is fit and he is straight back into the team. So we have Fraser moving back into the attacking mid forward centre role and replacing Fabrini there. You may be wondering how Phillips, the central defender, gets a start today after getting subbed at half time against Tottenham. Well, that's because he's the most fit of my subs, or sub central defenders, so I don't really have much choice, and he isn't actually really that bad of a player. I'm hoping that it was just a really poor game he had as a one-off, and yeah, he wasn't entirely fit for that Tottenham match, and he is a wee bit fitter this time for this match. But with Ibsen back in goal, we don't have to worry about Hislop making any blunders, and with Tumba up front, hopefully we can convert some of the chances we might have missed against Tottenham in the last game. So I definitely feel more confident going into this game. Tumba coming close there, with Headman putting the shot away. Yeah, it's a fairly strong Celtic lineup. Not an entirely unexpected lineup from Celtic. Pretty much what they have been playing against us throughout this season. Last time out against Celtic we were defeated 3-1, but that doesn't really count, does it? Basically my B team I put out that day. In the ties that have mattered, we have won the majority this season, and that's what matters. This being the most important of all the ties, I would think. They're having a lot of the possession, although we seem to be hitting them on the counter-attack. We seem to be very direct. Tumba with the drive. There's a goal kick from Headman, and Tumba seemed to pick the ball up and just shoot. So I think that was from quite a distance out. Very nice goal. Tumba coming straight back into the side and getting a goal. Oh, I could have been really doing with you against Tottenham, Tumba. I really could have. Although Fraser done well, he did get it to a goal, but having Fraser and Tumba playing together would have been better. It's almost half time and we have that important lead. Only goal so far in this game coming from Tumba. Can we get to half time maybe with a second? Fraser continues at top corner. He aims at the top corner and puts it there. Fraser and Tumba getting a goal apiece for half time, and we are dominating this game. Absolutely dominating. I'm slightly worried about the corner yellow card, but I'll keep him on. He's playing very well. 2-0. It's still not entirely confident of a complete and utter win at 2-0, but a third, and then we could start making those subs as the game pretty much over. Connor moves the ball to Kilberg. Fraser to a corner again, and it's a corner kick. Celtic make the subs there. They are playing very poor. It just seems to be all us in this second half. I think it's Ronnie Dylas Celtic team's turned up today and not Martin O'Neill's side, because this has been far too easy. We'll put Fouch on for O'Connor, as the yellow card is troubling. I just don't want the game getting changed with him maybe picking up a second yellow and then giving Celtic the impetus to come forward and grab some goals. But so far we seem to be absolutely controlling this game, absolutely dominating. Barbosa, Fraser again free in area, Millie picks up the loose ball and fires it into the back of the net. 3-0, and it's extremely comfortable. So it looks like this season's ending with a Scottish Cup win just like last season. And Celtic have yet to have a shot on target. They had one whole shot and it's not been on target. Is this Ronald Isla's side? I cannot believe Celtic have been so poor this season, in real life and in this game. What a way to end the season though. And what a season it has been. Absolutely lovely stuff. A league victory and a Scottish Cup win. Getting to the UEFA Cup final, which is amazing, although getting pipped right at the post wasn't the best, but you know, still punching way above our weight against Tottenham. Damn, maybe a fourth? No. It's all over. We have won the Scottish Cup back to back and Celtic didn't even have a shot on target. But yet they still got man of the match. Neil Clement gets man of... What? How is that even possible? That decisive and commanding victory over Celtic in the Scottish Cup final brings us to the end of this season. And as I said, what a season it has been. I couldn't have really wished it to be any better than it has been. Even reaching a UEFA Cup final was amazing. And yet that wasn't the best thing about this season. Winning the league with 2 games to spare was brilliant, and capping it off with this wee Scottish Cup win was awesome. Before I end this video however, let's check in on that bank balance. Did we manage to recoup our huge losses at the start of the season with the stadium upgrade? And it's a resounding yes. At just under 10.5 million in the bank balance, we have done very well this season, mainly due to gate receipts and the occasional player sales. Our top players this season have definitely been Tumba with the most goals, 25, with 36 appearances. Kilberg playing amazing for us, 53 appearances, the most out of anyone, scoring 20 and assisting 10. And Daniel Barlow, 21 starts for us and 17 goals. And Millie doing very well in midfield also, 44 starts and 17 goals and 7 assists. While I show off all the other league finishes in other parts of the world at the end of this season, I just want to give thanks to everyone who's been watching this series so far. Yous have been excellent, yous have been very patient as well. Yes, I'm not the quickest at getting these out, but you always do make it worthwhile getting them out. To see the feedback, and it's also good to see others picking up the game. It is free, so you know, anyone can download and play it. It's not really too difficult to set up, and yeah, it's been great seeing and reading other people's comments and stories about how they've been getting on and what maybe tactics they've been playing or signings they've been making. So yeah, it's a very small community, but it's been excellent. It's been an excellent wee community that's kind of gathered throughout this series. So thank you all for watching, and yeah, I'm having a wee break now as my real life is going to get quite busy in the next month or so, and yeah, I won't have time to do this video or these videos in the next few weeks. But hopefully we can kickstart the Champions League campaign at some point in the near future. Unless you're watching this about a year removed and I've already put out a whole new season by then. So just click on, the next video. Just do that now, okay? Right. I think that's it. That's everything. Thanks for watching.